Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back into the gold, silver, and crypto movement. We're seeing some green here today. We're kind of eyeballing mostly what's about to happen here in October, or I should say what we anticipate happening in October. It looks like the markets are slightly responding to it. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right, gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. The link would be down below in the description. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. And you guys know I have an alternative website where I can post videos without worrying about being censored. Come on over and check it out. It's only $3 per month, and it goes to finding life's purpose. Go show some love and support over to our friends at Wall Street Silver. They have both a Reddit page as well as a YouTube page. The links for both will be down below in the description. Another quick reminder, everybody, that, hey, on Friday, September 24th, I will be in Texas. That's right, over in Plano, Texas. I think that name's funny for some reason. But anyways, Plano, Texas. We're going to be there on level 29, the Legacy, over there in Plano, Texas. Come on over and join us. I look forward to meeting people. There's quite a few of you that are going to be showing up, and I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you. So come on down. If you want to have a couple drinks and hang out with Pimpy, come join us. I'll leave the link for this down below so you can get the details. All right, we were seeing some green happening here for a little bit. Looks like it's starting to go down once more. At least the Bitcoin looks like it's definitely recovered after the El Salvador, what do you want to call it? The El Salvador, I don't want to call it a curse. The El Salvador jinx, I guess is what it was. Gold still lingering around, what, 1,800? And silver still lingering around $24. Let's talk about real quick here. I'm noticing that our friend Senator Warren is zeroing in on Ethereum for some reason. Wait till you see her comments. They're ridiculous. Anyways, Ethereum's up there. Last time we looked at it, I think I said it was, what, 400 away from a record high? It's dropped down, obviously, a little bit. It's about 800 now. I was happy to come over and see a lot of green, a lot of positive movement after cryptocurrencies had taken a pretty good punch. All this talk of SEC, lawsuits, this, that, whether it's Coinbase, Ethereum, some other coin or platform, it seems that they're getting hit pretty hard. And I can't help but feel like part of this is just setting up their excuse to try to go after cryptocurrencies, because once the central bank digital currency comes out, I don't know if they're going to want anything competing with it. And so this could be what they appear to be setting up. If I look down the 52-week range, the top dogs are still above the halfway mark. That's good. Dogecoin, nowhere near its high when it was at 74 cents. Nowhere near it. I think that's seen its better days. Polkadot's still doing good. My Veracity is back up to 4 cents after it dropped down to 3 cents, but still lingering around there. It got up as up to 5 cents, but again, I got more than a handful of them bad boys just to see what happens. I've been gambling on them. I'm being honest. I say gambling, but that's pretty much what playing around with cryptos is. So let's take a look over here at what Senator Warner's talking about. This woman is so ridiculous, I swear. She criticized Ethereum's network for high transaction fees. I don't have a problem with her criticizing the high transaction fees. We talk about it. One of the cons against Ethereum is the fact that it costs a lot of money to be on their platform. But it's what she says that's just sounds idiotic. It says in a recent Senate committee hearing, Senator Warren stated her concerns over high fees on Ethereum network. First of all, why is she so worried about it, and what the hell is she worried about it for? She doesn't use it. Senator Warren has a reputation as an outspoken critic of cryptocurrencies. Now she turns her attention on to the high prices of Ethereum's network transaction. The comments come during a committee hearing on Tuesday. The meeting discussed housing, banking, and urban affairs with Securities and Exchange Commission. During a hearing, this is what she says that sounds so idiotic. Warren said high unpredictable fees can make crypto trading really dangerous for people who aren't rich. That's the same with any investment. So what the hell is she talking about? She was specific about and highlighted the large fees during a time of a high market volatility. 400 billion in market value just disappeared. She then references the recent price drops amongst Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, I agree with 400 billion just disappeared. So she's worried about a 400 billion market value that just disappeared. Well, then she obviously doesn't pay attention to cryptocurrencies because the volatility swings are pretty large. And I don't know why she'd be concerned about that. With any investment, you're going to have some kind of risk. We see it happen all the time. We've seen $72 billion disappear when the people went after the GameStop stock. And it just really killed those selling short contracts. Hedge funds were being affected. So this is what happens in the game of investment. For me, I like the slow pace moving, but always safe investment of gold and silver. So yeah, just not a fan of Senator Warren. She's two-faced. Gold price prediction. Gold prices perked up slightly on Wednesday as the dollar continued to trade heavily. Tuesday, softer than expected. CPI weighed in on the U.S. Treasury yields, keeping the yellow metal in the sidelines trading range. China reported disappointing August retail sales, which rose by 2.5% year over year, down 8.5% in July, and missing 7% of its medium expectations. So, of course, they're going with the spread of the Delta variant as their reasoning, or the MU variant, or the C12 variant, or the NIC variant, there's so many variants out there, it's just ridiculous. And they're just going to keep doing it over and over. So they're worried about the economy. Want they open it up and let the adults decide on their own whether they want to go out with masks or need a jab so they could go to work. There's now 11 million job openings out there that can't be filled. It's ridiculous. Gold prices consolidated and edged higher but remain range bound. Price remained below resistance seen near the 10-day moving average. Around the 1800s, what they're talking about. We know it's been there for quite some time, actually about the past year, with a couple of exceptions here and there of dipping up and dipping down. The same with, I want to see the same with silver. Silver dropped from up there around 27 is where it's hanging around. Dropped all the way down to 24 range, which is where the futures contracts have it around $24. That's not surprising. It's just manipulated. There is a lot of chitter chatter about a market crash happening in October. Now, I've listened to several different people talk about this possible market crash, and with good reason. We know that our fiscal budget, our new fiscal period is getting ready to start. So what are they going to do about the debt ceiling? Something has to happen. Too many things are happening at one time. What's going on with the yields is affecting things. Our GDP, they don't even report the GDP numbers anymore. Did you know that? Yeah, because they're way higher and they're not telling people. So it's a lot of things that our government's doing to, in my opinion, real nefarious actions, hiding information that's important to the public, lying to them. Why do you have to hide a GDP report? What are they lying about? Why don't they put out the real inflation numbers using the real formula that we used to use a while back? Because of all this talk about a possible crash that's going to happen in October, a lot of people are now moving out of so-called riskier investments like stock and moving into safe havens like gold and silver. And they're doing it at a pretty fast clip. And this is just my opinion. This is why you're seeing gold and silver down as cheap as it is. I think people are trying to buy it as much as possible. I can't help but think right now is a good time for another silver squeeze. That might jar the market just a little bit. We also know that in January, that's when the final Basel III is supposed to be implemented. No more excuses for London. So anyways, at the moment, I'm glad I'm holding on to gold and silver. It makes me feel safe. If this is indeed a market crash like they're anticipating, whether it comes down, who knows? 40 to 60% is what they're talking. That's a pretty good size crash. Gold and silver will definitely go up. How much? Who knows? These people that we trust in power are terrible. They're not very good at money management. They're not very good at being honest. They commit more crimes than they protect the people. Anyways, if it is a market crash, I am prepared for it, that's for sure. Although I never feel like I have enough gold and silver. Make sure you feel like you're in that boat. I'm curious to see where cryptos are going to land on this crash. I'm real curious to see. Is it a true safe haven? Because we do see a lot of billionaires for some reason pumping up cryptocurrencies, which always makes me concerned. when they're out there being so hyphy about a certain asset. I'm talking about when the wrong people are. Look, I think there's a lot of talk about a market crash. We're going to find out in October what's going on. They're already talking about moving to the SDR now, dollars. So we'll no longer have the world reserve dollar. That's really going to kill the dollar. Again, I'm glad I'm into gold and silver. So anyways, at least it looks like there's a slight rebound on cryptos over the last couple of days. Not much, but enough. Gold and silver still hanging around right where they've been for almost the past year. Not a whole lot of movement. We'll see where things go from there. But that's it for now, you guys. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.